She credits her musical passion, if you can call that music, to her upbringing, claims to have been discovered by Whitney Houston, which is really funny, actually. On the cultural front, I've been aware, it's a Friday. That means it's time to talk some culture. And I've been made aware of an artist who calls herself HorsegiirL. Now, as with all types, as with all types of this sort of nonsense, HorsegiirL is not spelled like horse girl. It's spelled horse, Giir, large L. Don't know why. This person is also known as Stella Stallion, embodying that's the character. Half horse, half human. Not like a centaur. Not like one half is a horse and one half's a human. Like Island of Dr. Moreau kind of stuff. Like muzzle, ears, heart-shaped spot on the face. HorsegiirL keeps her real identity secret. She calls herself a simple human horse as opposed to a complex human horse.
Peter, the horse is here.
Oh, yeah.
HorsegiirL first entered the spotlight. Why is this relevant? Because this person performed at Coachella and is apparently a thing now. HorsegiirL first entered the spotlight in 2022 with the hit song, My Barn, My Rules, which I got to admit is kind of hilarious.
Long name, big hoof, shiny coat, white blue, small ear, so cute, nice tail, good mood. Good mood.
Flash on my face.
Long name, big hoof, shiny coat, white blue, small ear, so cute, nice tail, good mood.
So this is creepy and horrifying. Apparently the lyrics to this are long mane, big hoof, shiny coat, what's new? Small ears, so cute, nice tail, good mood. I walk, I trot, I lope, I gallop. I want to run till sundown. My barn, my rules. My toys, my tools. Okay. So, yeah, it's basically Cole Porter. You know, like very, very solid stuff right there. Her debut album was called Very Important Pony. And the original big song on it was called Material Horse, which I guess is a takeoff on Material Girl, like from Madonna, I suppose. This person has 560,000 monthly Spotify listeners. So apparently her musical inspirations include Crazy Frog, Hampton the Hamster, Schnuffle the Bunny, and Whale composers. I have no idea what any of that means. And thanks to producer Jess for compiling this nightmare. She has performed at many major venues, including Coachella Weekend 1. Here's her song, Eat, Sleep, Slay.
I heard you got some hate in your sack. I heard that once you tried it, you will never go back. I wanna take a bite if that's alright. Cause hate's what I like, yeah, hate is on my mind. I said eat.
Why? Oh, man. When does the asteroid come?
I said eat, sleep, slay, repeat. I said eat, sleep, slay, repeat. Eat, sleep,
Okay, so it's a lady dressed up as a horse. Cool. Everything is fine in Western civilization. Things are going really, really well. Probably we should take notes from the Gen Zers. They seem well. They seem very well. We'll get to more on this in a moment. First, what if I told you there is a way to get your privacy and freedom back? You can do it with a product called ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN is an app that sends 100% of your online activity through secure encrypted servers. This means data brokers can't see anything you do online, and their customers, government agencies, big tech companies, can't access those logs either. I've been using ExpressVPN all the time. Obviously, I'm not in my home studio right now. It means I'm using ExpressVPN. With ExpressVPN, none of your online activity is logged. Just within the last 12 months, ExpressVPN received over 400,000 data requests from tech companies and government agencies. You know how many of their customers' information was shared? Zero. ExpressVPN has a strict zero logs policy. ExpressVPN is really easy to use. It just takes one click. It works on all your devices, phones, tablets, smart TVs, desktops. You can have it on up to 8 devices at once, protecting your whole family. We were told this is a country where privacy and freedom are just part of your normal life. But until we actually make government surveillance illegal, you can protect yourself with ExpressVPN. Find out how you can get 4 months for free by scanning the QR code on screen, clicking the link in the description box below, or by heading on over to expressvpn.com/Ben Shapiro Show. She credits her musical passion, if you can call that music, to her upbringing, claims to have been discovered by Whitney Houston, which is really funny, actually. Quote, I got into it more professionally after we did an annual Harvest Feast Festival, and I was discovered by a really, really famous horse, also a singer, Whitney Houston. Is that person really famous? Whitney Houston, had you ever heard of that until this moment? Ever since then, I've been galloping around stages, and 3 years ago, I made the crossover into the human music space a bit little more. It's been very fun. Apparently, on tour, she requests kombucha, fresh veggies, dried fruits, and nuts, but avoids hay. Quote, the thing with hay is it's a very unhealthy snack. I love hay, but it's like sugar, same thing. When I'm touring, to just have the energy levels, I tend to try and just be a little more on the healthy food side. The hay can come after the tour. And she is apparently concerned about ketamine shortages affecting those who need it medically, including horses. So she says that because the humans are using the ketamine, the horses don't have the ketamine. Well, I feel like nothing would be lost to human society if Coachella went away. That's sort of my short take there. I have no more on HorsegiirL, and there's not much more I can say on this other than the sort of lack of spiritual humanity in all of this is quite evident. When human beings want to be animals, that is never a good sign for a civilization. Being human means to actually leave behind the aspects that make you an animal in many ways. And to be a civilized human being is to leave behind the idea that you ought to be like the horses. Obviously, humans are animals, but we are also ensouled animals with moral values and duties in the world. And the more we embrace this idea that actually humans and horses the same, the worse it is for humans. Very, very bad. Okay, in other news, other cultural news. Apparently, a new movie has been announced, a new Star Wars film. It's directed by Sean Levy, and it comes off the Rise of Skywalker and that entire series, the Force Awakens series, which was not good.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Ryan Gosling is going to be starring in it. It's called Star Wars Starfighter, which, I'm interested. I will admit that sounds interesting to me. Like just a straight story of an X-Wing fighter, for example. And that's it. But you have to figure out exactly what the universe looks like post Rise of Skywalker. This has always been the problem in the Star Wars universe, that you know what things look like from basically the end of the Republic to the death of the Empire. And that whole world is really interesting. But post the death of the Empire and the New Republic, they've really never known quite where to go with that. The Mandalorian kind of exists in that world a little bit. But actually, no, the Mandalorian's before that. So there's actually not much that exists in the world after that that's interesting because they don't know what that world looks like. As far as Sean Levy, his films, he was a producer on Arrival, which is a good film. He's an executive producer on Stranger Things. He was also a collaborator with Ryan Reynolds by directing Free Guy, The Atom Project, and Deadpool and Wolverine, all of which are not good. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Torn. It can't be. Did Kathleen Kennedy greenlight it? That's going to be my. If she greenlit it, then I'm skeptical. If she did not greenlight it, then I'm optimistic. Well, that's all for now, folks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts down below. Be sure to check out all of the other great content on my channel. I'll see you here next time.